framing in her intro. Like every Tuesday night, we're proud to welcome one of Louisiana's own to Louisiana Country Music Live. Hailing from Carencro, this artist has been making her mark with a voice and style that blend the best of traditional country with her own modern flair. After starting out playing shows at LSU, she took her talents to Nashville in 2017. She is now spending time in both Nashville and Texas. Her music is often described as an old soul brand of country inspired by icons like Dolly Parton, Leanne Womack, and Reba. Now she's paying tribute to another legend with her brand new single, Feelin Loveless, a heartfelt nod to the great Patty Loveless. Please join me in giving a big Louisiana country music welcome to Miss Kristen Foreman. What's up? I always go overboard on the intros, but I love it. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I started laughing because whenever we were talking before you came on, I said you started playing shows at LSU, and you said you were on the taco tour,
Yeah.
playing on the taco joints. So, I
Yeah.
hadn't heard it called the taco tour yet. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Are you coming? You're in New Braunfels tonight, right?
I am, yes.
Is that where you're mostly calling home right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty much playing full time in the Texas area, and then I'm going to Nashville once a month for writing and recording still.
Okay, cool. Well, let's dive in because I don't want to keep you long. I always want to respect your time. But so you're originally from Carencro, Louisiana.
Yes.
A lot of talent down there. But let's start outside of music. How did growing up in Carencro in that South Louisiana area shape you just as a person?
Um, Basically everything about it. Because it is unique, like growing up in Louisiana, because we have our own culture, and so anytime I tell people where I'm from, they kind of like light up because they people love to talk about Louisiana because it's its own world, really. Um, so I've definitely included some of the Louisiana flair in my music.
Yeah.
Spicy, I've got a song called Spicy, and that one's uh, just all about Louisiana.
Are you? I couldn't tell like if looking at pictures and stuff like that if you just dress like it. But are you a rodeo girl?
No, I grew up riding like in high school and stuff, but I
Okay.
never competed. It was just for
So
pleasure, spring riding.
you do ride and everything.
hmm
Do you still do that?
Uh, I had a horse here for a minute, but brought him back to Louisiana. He didn't
Yeah.
really like riding that much, so I was like, I don't have time to work with him.
So let's start, I guess, here with like what made you decide? What made you want to become a country music artist?
um, that was what I loved listening to. And I grew up singing in church, so that's how I started out. But once I realized I could pick up a guitar and play any song I wanted, that's when I gravitated towards singing country instead.
When did you start singing country?
Um, I got my first guitar when I was 16, so that's when I started learning how to play songs.
So I guess I've seen your music described as having sort of an old soul. I mean that in a good way whenever I say that. Um, I'll call it throwback. I mean, it's just to me. I guess we could just call it traditional. I
Yeah.
think that's a good word for it. Who are some artists that really influenced your style?
The Dixie Chicks were pretty huge for me growing up. They were always on repeat. Leanne Womack is probably my favorite vocalist, and Patty Loveless, Miranda Lambert, um, Keith Whitley, George Strait.
Got to throw a couple of guys in there for us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a closet Dixie Chicks fan there for a long time too. I can't lie. I'll say it now that for a while I was just like a secret fan, but they had some good stuff there for a while.
Yeah, they've got some great songs. No
Yeah.
need to be a closet fan.
I was a closet Taylor Swift fan for a while too, and then I finally came out back when she was in country. But so you made the move to Nashville back in 2017. What was that transition like, going from Louisiana, just diving in the crazy world of Nashville?
It was pretty scary. I remember like my mom drove up there with me, and then she stayed for like a couple days, and then she's like, "All right, I'm going back home." And the first night, I just remember that feeling of like, "What am I doing? This is nuts!" Like, because I didn't know anybody. I mean, I knew Christian Lee. He was like the only guy from Louisiana that I knew that was living there, and it was pretty scary, but you just have to dive in once you get there. And then it's kind of a domino effect. Once you start meeting other songwriters, they introduce you to their friends, and then it goes from there.
Yeah, we had Christian on the show a few weeks ago. He's a good dude. He's still
Yeah, yes.
he's ripping it up on Broadway almost every day.
I don't know how he's doing that.
He's,
I only lasted for like a year and a half.
yeah, he's hitting Broadway and then he fishes. That's what he does.
Nice.
He's got a great little fishing channel on YouTube these days.
Oh, that's cool.
I see our buddy
Yeah, he's
Dustin
pretty
Stronghead down
fit.
there saying, "Hey y'all, what's up, Dustin? How are you, brother? We'll have to get you on here soon, man." That's from down in your part of the world, Kristen.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us about your experience in Nashville, both early on and then as you kind of grew as a writer and an artist.
Um, Early on, it was a lot of like writers' rounds. I was playing those pretty much every week, just trying to meet new people. And that's the fastest way to do it and easiest. Um, and then over time, and lots of coffee meetings, you just have to meet people. It's a people town, it's just who you know. So you have to be open to talking to anyone.
Yeah.
Um, and then I kind of found like the songwriters that I liked writing with and just kind of gravitated towards certain people. And then kind of stopped playing as many rounds because then you don't want to be too present at the same time. Because they're like, oh, this girl's here singing about burnt biscuits again this week. Like, we just
Nashville's a crazy game, isn't
yeah.
it? Oh goodness. I see CJ on there. What's up, brother? Well, you got Kristen. I brought all the big stars. I got Dustin and CJ on here, man.
They must have nothing
Um,
else to do tonight.
oh man. So you're spending a lot of time in Texas now, and you're basically mostly calling it home. What made you decide to kind of make that jump?
My aunt and uncle live in the Spring Branch area, which is like outside of San Antonio. And they were the ones that were like, we feel like you should be playing in Texas. Like your sound would fit perfect around where they live. So I started going stay with them like once a month and just booking shows for the weekend. And I just like fell in love with the scene and the people here. They just like love country music and original music, especially. And I just felt like I was a better fit here full time because I had spent 7 years in Nashville, and I kind of felt like I hit a plateau and I wasn't really growing or building a fan base.
So how do you feel now that you've made that move? So how long have you been in Texas?
I moved last March, so like a year and a half, I guess.
Okay. So how do you feel now, looking back over the last year and a half? You think that was the right move?
Yeah, definitely. Um, I wish I would have done it sooner, to be honest with you.
Texas has got a great. I mean, their fans are just something else.
Yeah.
We've talked about that a lot on here. Just the how you could really tour Texas and never leave the state and make a great living. So I'm glad to see you do that, and I'm glad that you found somewhere that you think is more of a fit for you, because that's really what life is all about for all of us. It's just fit. So.
Right.
Um, so you have a brand new single out called "Feelin Loveless,"
I
which is
did.
really cool. I've probably listened to it 2 or 3 times a day. It's kind of a nod to Patty Loveless, of course.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you tell us the story behind that song, and I guess what Patty's music means to you?
Yeah, I put a lot of her, well, the entire chorus is just her song titles. And so I had the idea called Feelin Loveless, and I was like, how can I make this about as much about Patty Loveless as possible? And so that's why I put all of her song titles in it.
Was she a big influence for you?
Yeah, definitely. Um, just like she has such a unique voice, it's so full and rich, and the songwriting in all of her songs are just classic.
Yeah, yeah. She. Have you ever met her before?
No, I haven't.
Me neither. I've never. So, did you write that along? Did you write that one on your own, or did you have a team to write it with? Or?
Yeah, I wrote that one solo.
So, have you found some writers in Texas that you're writing with?
So that's what I've kind of started diving into a little bit more. Um, you mentioned that Big Loud event last
Hmm.
week. And so that was kind of the first industry event that I've been to that was like geared towards connecting songwriters. So that was really cool. And so hopefully I'll have some rights coming up soon with some of those people.
That was just last week. I'm going to ask you about that in just a minute because I'm curious to see what that was like. But as we mentioned earlier, let's see here. Angie says, "Hey, Kristen, we love going to listen to her in New Braunfels and Canyon Lake."
Hey,
So
Angie.
look at you, you just bringing fan.
She's a Louisiana girl living in Texas.
Okay, wow, you bringing all the people out tonight. Um, so we mentioned earlier that you've got a traditional sound, but you know it's also like a fresh sound too. So how do you find the balance between like that classic sound and making it land with like today's listeners?
I think you like with the songwriting, you still want to make it relatable to someone living in like the modern day world. You don't want to sound too old school, you know? And then also, I think a lot of it has to do with production. So when you're in the studio, you can have a balance between both sides, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day, people still love a good story. That's what country music's all about, and that's
Right.
really what traditional country music, especially, is all about. Um, So let's dive into this big, loud Texas thing. I saw something recently, like a little documentary or news story or something, but it was Miranda Lambert like showing some people through, and I was like, "Dang, that looks like a cool place. Like
Yeah.
that looks like a place that I would just want to hang and write music."
Yeah.
Uh,
It's really neat. You can just email them and book a room and go write with whoever you want to write with there. It's really cool that they are making it a community space for people.
is that what it is? Okay. Where is that? Is it Austin?
It's in Austin, yeah.
Okay. What's the what's the decor? I mean, it looked super wild in there. Like, what was that like?
Oh, it's beautiful. They did such a good job with it. You can tell it was very like well thought out, and it's a it's gonna breed some creative songs because I mean, it's just a creative space.
Yeah. And that's Miranda and John Randall, right? I'm
Yeah.
almost, yeah. Yeah. Um, so how did you get hooked up with that last week?
So there's a BMI office here, and Mitch Ballard, he's a huge champion for people in this area. And so Kylie Fry actually connected with him when I first moved here, and he's been extremely helpful. So they hosted the event and invited songwriters to go hang out there. It was like a mixer.
Okay. That's cool. Matter of fact, you mentioned Kylie. I think Kylie's in Texas right now. I think I saw on social
Oh,
media. She's somewhere over there. Uh, she's kind of like you. I think she loves it over there as much as you do.
yeah.
Um, so I've asked, speaking of Kylie, I've asked her this question, and I always ask the female artists whenever they come on, just because it's not a negative question or anything like that. But the music industry, the country music industry specifically, has been so male dominated for so many years, and it really is a struggle, and it's a fight that females have to battle for their position. So, what has that been like for you as a female artist? Have you felt that?
Um, yeah, I I don't know. I feel like this is a hot take on it,
Hey, let's bring it.
but I've always kind of felt like it was harder to collaborate with other females. And I think that's where a big weakness is on that topic.
So you think that girl? Are we going? Are we going down like the cat fight thing here? Like,
Like, yeah, we're more competitive, I think. And like, I don't know, there's not as many spots for us. So we don't want to like share all of our contacts to the
yeah.
person standing next in line, you know?
So you feel like that is a thing though? I know we're joking about it, but do you feel like that is a thing though?
I do, yeah. And I'm probably going to get some heat for it.
You're gonna be like, Ronnie, damn it. um,
Not a girl's girl. But I don't know. I've met some pretty harsh females in the industry.
what advice? So you've kind of started in Louisiana, moved to Nashville, did your thing there for a while, doing thing in Texas now. So there's a lot of people that we're starting to work with Louisiana country music that are where you were back in 2017. Just big eyes, dreaming big. What advice would you give to those young up and coming artists uh, looking back now?
um, I mean, I think you have to go into it knowing that you're not just going to move there and you're going to sign a deal like, hey, I'm here. Like, like you have to realize that there's been people there grinding for years, and you can't just walk in there thinking you're going to slide right in. You have to, it's kind of like high school. Like, they've got the seniors, the juniors, the sophomore, the freshmen, and when you get there, you're the baby of the group, and you got to cut your teeth and be open to like criticism, constructive criticism, and definitely keep a balance. Like, figure out if you want to be just a songwriter, if you want to be an artist. Like, I think you can kind of get caught up in either writing too much or playing too much or only doing social media, or I think you have to do it all at the same time and know the balance of it.
Especially in 2025, huh? Like
Yeah.
you get, it's a social media is like half the game now.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody quite put it like that, but that's an interesting analogy with the high school take with the because every now and then you'll see like the hot shot freshman come in and play quarterback or something, but it doesn't happen very often.
Right.
Normally you have to wait your turn, so that's a good analogy. I'll keep that in mind. Let's see. I know that you and I talked a little bit earlier today about the music scene in Louisiana. And one of the things that we're trying to do with Louisiana country music is to raise awareness, create a community of artists, venues, fans, etc. and hopefully grow the music scene to where we know that it can be, and we hope to be more like Texas in that regard someday. But what are your thoughts on the Louisiana music scene right now, and what do you hope to see in the coming years?
Right now, I feel like it's looking pretty grim, to be honest with you. Because Cowboys shut down Route 92. Like, it's just a bummer that all these venues are not able to bring in a crowd anymore. And I don't really know. I haven't been in that scene in a while, so I don't know like what's causing it. I can't really speak on it, but I do know that it is really hard. It's like pulling teeth in Louisiana to get people to come to a show. Um, so I don't know if that's the main reason, but because I know I have so many family friends, and supporters from Louisiana that I'm grateful for, but I've always had a hard time booking stuff back home, even with festivals and things. I feel like they just book the same people over and over and over. And it's like, if you don't have an accordion or Wayne Toops, you're screwed.
Yeah. Um, that's what CJ is chiming in right now. He's saying, "Feel that we're trying to help that, trying to help change that." And so, I mean, I'm glad that you spoke honestly about that, because I think our listeners need to understand what we're up against as artists and writers and all of that in Louisiana. Um, but so Cowboys, I think, is opening back up under new management, so that's a positive. Um, Over in Baton Rouge, our buddy Casey McKenzie and some of those guys, I mean, the Texas club, whatever they're doing right now, they're just killing it. So that's a good sign. They're selling out shows left and right. So that's a really good sign that they're bringing a lot of younger people to country music in that part of the state. One of the things that Christian Lance says, don't give up. Uh, uh, One of the things um, that I've really realized since doing this is a lot of the Louisiana artists talk about not even like how hard it is going to Nashville, but how hard it is going from parish to parish almost, because there's some extremely popular people in the Lafayette area, but if they go to Monroe, they can't book a show, and that's one of the things that we have to work together, team up on. We were talking about it before we came on, doing some shows together, get 3 or 4 people to travel together and hit your town, hit our town, and
Yeah.
introduce to these venues and introduce to these fans. And hopefully that's one of our strategies at least, and hopefully that works. But I think that there's some good things coming.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to hear that because there's so much talent that comes out of Louisiana that it really should be cultivated more.
Yeah. Um, I know, let's see, Kristen, I don't know if you have a guitar with you, but they're asking if you'll play a song in a minute. I don't, it's up to
Okay.
you.
I'll have to go grab
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I'll have to go grab it. But
Uh,
yeah, I don't mind.
okay. All right, cool. I've just got a couple more little easy questions, but if you weren't doing music, what do you think that you would be doing?
Um, I would probably be doing something with horses. I'd probably be like an equine therapist or something like that.
Yeah. What is one surprising song or artist that you have on your playlist that people might not expect?
I mean, I'm like all over the board with what I listen to. um, Probably in my most recent saves, I've got like Kendrick Lamar saved.
Yeah. Um, I know. I hear names like Kendrick Lamar, and that's how I know I'm getting old, because I know the name. But if you were like $1 million, name any Kendrick Lamar song, I'm like, golly, I missed out. uh, um, Last question, and then if you don't mind, we'll get you to play maybe your new tune or whatever you want to, maybe
Okay.
whatever you want to play. But that'd be super cool. But if you could collaborate with any artist in country rock or anything, who's at the top of your list?
Ooh, man. I would love to do something with Leanne Womack. That would be my top fave.
Is she
Yeah.
still doing stuff these days?
She hasn't put anything new out there in a while. So I'm not sure.
I always loved her too. She always had such a just a great voice and cool style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shoot, that's all I've got for you. But Christy and Lance were asking if you would play a song. They don't like to for our guests to get out of here without playing one.
All right, let me go grab my guitar. It's in the other room.
All right, that'll work. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? CJ, you still on there? I bet Lance is drinking one of them cold beers. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the new song yet, it's a really I think it's a really cool new song. Feelin Loveless. What do you say? Dirty water. Drinking that dirty water. Better be good over there in Alexandria. All right, she's back. We got to give her a minute to tune up, I'm sure.
Yeah. So are y'all hosting any like events and things like that for people to go to in person?
We just did a 3-day run. So I'm here in Natchez, Mississippi now.
Okay.
I'm in Nashville every month, but I'm here living. And so we did one show here, then we did one show at Rock and Bowl in Lafayette with Clay and um, Emily Artigo and some of those guys, and then we went back to Alex's stomping ground, Alexandria, and there's a really cool venue that we'll have to get you in over there. It's LSUA. They have the Black Box Theater on the LSUA campus.
Oh,
It's
cool.
really cool. It's small. It's a 150 seat place, but the nicest people in the world, and they really appreciated it. And we hope they want us to bring more and more Louisiana country music artists through there. So we will have to get you on that soon.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, we'll do it. So you let me know when you're ready to rip.
All right. Well, I'll do the new one. Here's Feelin Loveless. Let me take this out. She's my emotional support record. I put her on to make me feel better. You get mad, you get quiet. I can't stand that awkward silence. She's my go-to, tried and true. Every time you make me blue. When I'm feeling loveless, I turn on Patty. 'Cause you don't even know who I am. How can I help you say goodbye? 'Cause I blame it on your heart 1,000 times. You hurt me bad, so here I am, feeling loveless again. Don't know what the hell I'd do without her. I lose my mind, there ain't no doubt about it. 'Cause she means more than feeling dead air. And sometimes it feels like she's really here. She must have lived the same things as me. I believe everything she sings. When I'm feeling loveless, I turn on Patty. 'Cause you don't even know who I am. How can I help you say goodbye? 'Cause I blame it on your heart 1,000 times. You hurt me bad, so here I am, feeling loveless again. You hurt me bad, so here I am. feeling loveless again.
Yeah.
I didn't tune it very good.
I just
I just
I just
I
wrote
just
in
wrote in
the comments
comments
right
right
there. I said,
there.
I
So I
told y'all
told
she
y'all
was
she was
good.
good. Thank y'all.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for taking some time to come on here tonight.
Yeah, of
And
course. I love what
I,
y'all are doing. So thanks for having me
oh,
here.
well, thank you so much. And we really do mean it whenever we say we want to get you on some stuff. Your voice is, I mean, I'm just sitting there listening to you sing. I mean, you got this great traditional sound that I just love so much,
Thank you.
and it's just true country. Somebody says, "Thank you, Kristen, love it." So
Thank
yeah,
you.
we
Thank
agree. Thank you for doing
you.
that. Maybe that's some Alexandria folks right there that are saying that. So one of our things that we're going to do is follow up with LSUA very soon. Angie says love it. So we'll be in touch with you soon for that, and let's work together to get these Louisiana venues strong again.
Let's do it. I'm down.
and
Yeah.
we and we want to come to Texas too because we love Texas too.
Yeah, y'all come on. There's
That's
tons of
right.
places around here.
Oh, I know there's no lack of places over there.
Oh no.
Well, we just we appreciate you, and we will see you very soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, thanks, Kristen.
All right. Enjoyed it.
All
See you.
right, us too. All right, guys. Another great episode of Louisiana Country Music. If you guys have noticed a pattern here, I think this is our 12th or 13th one, since we started, we haven't missed a Tuesday night. And if you've noticed the pattern, there's talent every Tuesday night. It's amazing, and they're all different, but they're all from our state, and there's so many more of them. We're going to keep doing this every Tuesday night. Next week we have Karen Waldrop coming on, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's next week. She's amazing. She's from the Mandeville area, so check her out this week, and you'll want to come on and ask her questions next week. But anyway, not to ramble, but thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being in the comments, man. That makes it so much fun for me. Makes it so much fun for our guests and just our viewers and everything. So, those of you who take some time on Tuesday nights to hang out with us, it's really becoming like a little community, and we love it and we appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed the show tonight. If so, make sure to tune in every Tuesday night at 7. And again, make sure to follow, like, share, comment, and help us grow this so we can show the world what Louisiana country music is all about. Check out our website. Check out our merch. We're about to do something, make another addition to our website. We'll tell you about next week. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. God bless all the Louisiana folks out there, the best fans in country music. We're going to have them venues full very soon. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you next Tuesday night right here on Louisiana Country Music Live. God bless everybody out there.